So you want to know the fastest and easiest way to scale your coaching offer in 2025, hands down. I'm going to be walking you through exactly how you can do that, because I'm not going to gatekeep anything. I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can do this with one simple process, one funnel, and one offer. You don't need to have all these different offers and have a complex funnel going on. You don't need to even be a genius to do this. And the reason why I'm sitting inside of this Stripe dashboard, which is one of my boys' accounts, he's done 18.5K, complete beginner, literally just whipped up some ads, launched a high ticket offer in 30 days. He's done 18.5K, right? Now, before we get into the video, can I just express how annoying this is? So I've actually recorded this video already, right? Just so you guys are aware. And I did 19 minutes, 52 seconds, and the audio wasn't even connected. Could you imagine just sitting there for 20 minutes and it's not even recorded? I don't even want to get into it. Let's just get into the video. So here is the framework, right? Now, before I dive into this is the Guru whiteboard, they call it, right? For me, it's just a Miro board where I can just put things to show you guys. But what I'm going to walk you through here is not going to be something that you haven't heard before. It's going to be the way that I'm going to put it together that's going to make the difference, right? And then once I've gone through that, I'm going to walk you guys through something that is trending right now. And I'm not really a guy to jump on trends, but I think that this is vital because of the potential that it has for people like yourself watching. If you haven't already started doing this, you need to jump on this. So it's going to be straight value. So let's start off with the first pillar of this funnel, right? So there are going to be some of you that are watching this video, by the way, that are a lot more ahead in your journey. You're probably a coach doing 10, 20, 30K. Or if you're an agency that works with coaches, course creators, you're probably watching this and, you know, you might be a little bit more advanced than some people. But I want to express the importance of this because it's the basics that make a business scale. And when you do the basics right and you do the basics well, you'll be able to get the results that you want. So first of all, the first pillar is traffic. Everybody knows this, but there's only two ways that you can drive traffic, which is organic and paid. I'm going to dive into the pros and cons here. So the pros of organic is that it's easy to get up and running and it's free traffic, right? But the downside to organic is that it can be quite slow and it does take some time to get some traction going. And it's not really something that you can control in terms of the amount of traffic you're driving to your coaching offer. Whereas with paid, it's a little bit different. You can scale fast and you can control the predictability of how much traffic you're driving to your coaching offer. So if you think of it, if you had like a dial and you put it on like level 1, you can now turn it up to level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. You can't really do that with organic. And I say that lightly because once you start to push out a lot of content, you can sort of estimate, let's say, how many views you're going to get on a video. But ideally, paid is more within your control, right? So that's the first pillar. You need to be able to drive traffic. If you can't do that, just forget this. Just stop watching the video and just go watch like a real estate video or something like that, because you just need to have the traffic, right? Now, the actual funnel process is simple. This process has made 7-figure entrepreneurs, 8-figure entrepreneurs. And this is the thing I wanted to express in this video. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, as they always say, right? I know it sounds so cliche, but it's so true. There's two ways on how you're going to drive this traffic to this funnel. So you have ads and then you have your organic content. Now, what I want to make clear is that you only need one platform for these guys. You don't need to have like 3-4 platforms trying to like spread yourself in. You don't need to do that. Just pick one platform. For the ads, you can pick like Meta, YouTube, not really Google. I would say probably like TikTok, maybe Pinterest, all of those advertising platforms. Just pick one. Content, same thing. It could be Instagram, could be Facebook, could be YouTube, could be TikTok, could be Twitter. Doesn't matter which one it is, just pick one. Once you've picked one, you then want to direct that traffic to the VSL, right? What is a VSL? It's a video sales letter where you would create a 5 to 15 minute video, and you're literally just going to be explaining your prospects' problems and taking them from where they are and how they can potentially solve the problem that they have by using your product or jumping on a call with yourself and understanding how you could potentially help them, right? So it's literally just, it's just a vehicle to take them from cold to now booked call. So once they've watched this 5 to 15 minute video, right, I'm sure you guys have seen a ton of these videos, they go ahead, book a call with you. Now, once they've put in their details, first name, last name, email, phone, all that sort of jazz, They will then be put into an email nurturing sequence, and they'll receive emails on like a daily basis or weekly basis to basically get them to go ahead and book a call with you. Once you've got this set up, now you're ready to go, right? And this is the system that so many entrepreneurs are using or have used to scale their business. Then you have the appointment setter, which I'm going to get into in just a second. But let's just touch on this process right here. You run ads, you drive traffic to a VSL, they watch the video and they book a call. Same with the organic content. Of course, this is going to take a lot longer for you to get it up and running and start seeing the results, but you have two of these machines. Remember I told you that, right? So coming down to the setter VSL KPIs. So I just want to run you guys through what an appointment setter is and basically how it works. So the appointment setter is simply just someone who dials the leads, to be honest with you. If you're generating anywhere from around 600 to 900 opt-ins / leads per month, I would say go and get an appointment setter. They're going to kill it for you. These guys can book anywhere from 2 to 5 calls per day, which means that you're going to have 40 to 100 calls per month. Now, in terms of how you're going to pay the setter and how you're going to compensate them, just pay them $50 per set. Like, don't even bother doing all this commission stuff where you pay them per close and all this sort of stuff, because you want to incentivize the setter to do their job, which is what? To set the meeting. Whether they show or not, they should be paid. Then we go over to the ads. What are the KPIs for the ads and the VSL? So let's say you spend 2K on ads. The industry average is, I would say, $100 to $300 cost per book call. Depends on what niche and industry you're in, but you should be around those sort of benchmarks there. So let's just say that you spend 2K on ads, $150 cost per book call. You book 14 calls, 10 of them show up. Your close rate is 20%, which means that you would then close 2 deals, which means 2 sales. So then let's just say that your return on investment was 2K ad spend, then you had 10K, which you done by the end of the month by closing deals. It's not too bad. It's all right. Could be better, right? Could be better. But here's where it gets juicy, right? So the overall math. The setter books 1 call per day, and this is like, we're just lowballing it here. It's not going to be a case where they're going to book 1 call per day, but I'm just saying, worst case scenario, they book 1 call per day. That's 30 calls per month. 25 of them show up. That's 20% close rate. That's 5 sales. Now let's look at the ads. The ads will book 14 calls, 10 will show up, 20% close rate. That's 2 sales. In total, you're looking at taken calls 35, total sales is 7, total revenue 35K. It's all right, isn't it? It's not too bad. Setter cost 1.5K because you pay them per set. Ad spend 2K. Putting those together brings you to a total investment of 3.5K. Right? So you spent 3.5K to get a 10X or 35K. Obviously, you'll deduct that, but yeah. So you're looking at around 32K there. Don't quote me on my maths, by the way. So that's the system there. And it sounds so simple, and people just overcomplicate this completely. The third stage of the funnel is sales. Now, the reason why I've put sales here and just put these 2 packages here is just so you can understand how you're going to sell it and what you're going to sell, because some people don't even understand what they're going to sell. If you're a new coach, or if you're a coach if you're stuck below 20K, 9 times out of 10, you're probably selling your time, which is one-to-one. High ticket, you charge like 5K, and then you jump on like one-to-one calls with them once a week, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. At some point, you do want to get to a stage where you can productize your knowledge, which means that you put all of your experience, your strategies, your processes into like a video course, and then you can go ahead and sell that over and over and over again without you being attached to the actual offer. Then we have your DIY, which is the course only. So they can go ahead and buy just a course and you have nothing else to do with it. There's no weekly coaching calls or anything like that. And they can pay anywhere from like 1 to 3K, right? That's cool. That's a efficient business, right? And there's ways that you can sell this on the sales call. You can go ahead and sell them as 2 individual packages, or you can just ideally try and sell people for your one-to-one stuff. And then if they're not a good fit, or they don't have the financial resources right now to invest, you can go ahead and just say, okay, you can start off with my course, 1 to 3K. Cool. Just made your ad spend back, made a little bit of profit on that. And you don't need to worry about doing one-to-one calls. It's an efficient business. Now, this process has been around for ages. I'm not here to show you something new. The title of the video is the fastest and easiest way to scale, right? But now I'm going to show you something that is new, And that if you implement this from today, after watching this video, you start it up and you get the ball rolling, trust me, it's just going to change your business. Believe that. Now, I'm going to be doing this myself, by the way. So just know that I'm giving you the source, right? So let me just come down to this section here. So remember I said about organic and paid. The way that you want to integrate both of them is you don't just want to do one or the other. You don't just want to do organic and you don't just want to do paid, right? When you combine both of them, you now have like a bulletproof system. And I'll tell you why. Because when you're doing organic content on YouTube, specifically YouTube, you are now setting yourself up for success. I'm telling you right now. YouTube is on easy mode because you can have a new channel generate, let's say 100 to 300 views per video. And you could start to divert that traffic or direct the traffic, to the VSL and book calls. It's the same process with the ads, but you're doing it organically. Now, here's the trick. You want to be yourself and let your personality show. The video doesn't need to be perfect. Don't worry about doing these fancy videos and all that sort of stuff. Like, look at me. I'm literally just chilling at home in a hoodie. There's a few stutters here and there. There's a few mistakes or whatever it is. That's what makes raw content, right? Because people now buy into the personality. They know who you are as a person. They know that you're not just doing it for the camera, right? This is exactly how I am in real life. So you want people to buy from you and not just because you're like some guy or some woman in the space that just talks about a certain subject. You actually want to put a face to the brand, right? You want to build a personal brand that people can resonate with. You want to provide value, which is the next pillar in this sequence here. Once you provide value, you now want to start creating 2 to 4 videos per month, I would say. You can smash it out and just, if you're a content beast, just do your thing, bro. But I'm saying, 2 to 4 videos per month. That's cool. That's cool. So the reason why you want to do this is because you're basically creating mini VSL assets, which I like to call it. And they will continue to get new views as time goes on. So you build or you create the content once and it sits there forever and it consistently keeps on bringing new people or more views to your channel, which means that you're now getting more eyeballs on your offer. And this isn't just theory. This is actual facts, right? I had to search this on Google for you lot just so you can see it. But 100 to 300 views per video, the views will increase over time. And this is for a new channel. So you could just start tomorrow and just start posting a bunch of content. And that's the power of YouTube right now, is that with Instagram, it's short form, which means low attention span. You're not really going to build a proper connection with someone on a 10, 15 second video. When you're creating a 10 to 15, 20 minute video and people are watching it time and time again, people are now spending time with you. There's 2 ways people pay you, with their time and with money. So if they pay you with time, they will pay you with money with time. Note that down. That was actually kind of good, actually. I might even keep that one myself. Cool. Paid ads with Meta. Here's just like a simple framework breakdown. So you have the opt-in page. Like I said, this is where they fill in their details, first name, last name, email, phone. 20% conversion rate you're looking for on this. If it's any lower than that, you need to change it. VSL should convert at 5% for cold traffic. If it's warm, then it should be a little bit higher, probably like 10, 15% upwards, right? Sales calls. If it's cold traffic, 20% conversion rate. If it's warm traffic, which means, let's say they've gone through your YouTube, they've watched a few videos, that's warm. Okay. If they come and book a call and they've come from YouTube, that's a warm lead or warm prospect. Should be 35, 50%. And then you simply just make money. You simply just make money. It's as simple as that. If you combine both of these together, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. In my opinion, it's a wrap. And the reason why I know this is because one of our mentors, Will Brown, complete beast in the info space, he makes about 400k a month doing this. He spends about like 6 to 8k on ads, and he just runs, well, not even runs, he just creates YouTube videos, and that's that. People come to him and he gets, I would say, probably about 1.5, 3k views per video. Nothing crazy, nothing like, 50, 60, 70k. And to prove to you guys that it's not just him, your favorite gurus are doing this. And I'm going to show you right now, right? Let me just remove these. So like I said, we're going to be using YouTube. Here's an example. Iman Gadzhi, everybody knows this guy. He's now created a new channel bearing in mind, this guy is like, he's gone. Why would he go ahead and create a secondary channel from zero to start building up again? You'd think that just doesn't make any sense. Like, everyone wants to have a huge YouTube channel. So it's like, why would you start again? The reason why he's starting again is because he's now speaking to a certain demographic of people, and he can't do that on his OG channel. So what he's done is he's created a secondary channel, and this channel here, he's speaking to a new audience. The videos are different. They're more raw, right? So he's now attracting a different type of clientele. You see where I'm going with this? And now the mechanism on how you convert this traffic is a VSL landing page. Like I told you, the VSL landing page is simple, right? It's proven. There you go. Okay. Now I'm going to come over to Charlie Morgan, another goat in the space. I should have actually just, pulled this apart and then actually said that, but I got too gassed. Hold on 1 second, man. This is moving mad. There we go. Cool. Charlie, same thing. He's now created, he's even called it the same thing, to be fair. Charlie Morgan Business, right? Another goat in the space. He's doing it as well. He's got about 100K subscribers, right? Why would he go ahead and just start a new channel, right? This thing works. Again, VSL. Another one, Jordan Welch, big guy in the e-com space / dropshipping space. He started a new channel, 4 videos. He's got 2,000 subscribers. VSL, very simple VSL as well. It doesn't need to be fancy. And now with Jordan, I wanted to share this with you because I think this is crazy. Like, I know it's him, but hear me out. He's made a video how he made 138K in a month with 2,000 subscribers. That's nuts. That is nuts. Organic. That's crazy. Like, I know it's him, so like some of his traffic may come from like his original channel. But if you think about it, if you really, really deep it, you may just need to post a few more videos than him to then start getting the traction that he got. And I'm being completely real with you. And the reason why these work is because people are craving for that personal interaction. They're fed up with AI already. Like, AI is in the infancy stage where, it's sort of in a beta mode. But when it starts to get a little bit more advanced, I'm telling you now, like, the content, I reckon that it's even going to be tailored to what we look at, which it already is, to be fair. It already is on Instagram. If you like start looking at certain types of content, don't quote me on that one. Certain types of content, it's going to feed you more of that content because it thinks, okay, well, if you're clicking on it, I'm going to show you more of it. So this is what you guys need to do. I'm telling you now, you don't need like all these like Instagram follower ads. Like, that's just long. Like, I'm not saying they don't work. I'm not saying they do not work, because we do a bunch of stuff for our clients, but this is the main system that can just take you from 0 to like 100K, like that, literally, because it's very simple. You just get traffic, you book calls, and you close deals, and that's that. And if you do that enough times, you're going to get to a point where you can start systemizing this. You can start hiring a team. You can start outsourcing like the sales process to like a closer. Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, the reason why so many people fail as a coach, or if they're like starting like a high ticket offer, it's because they try too many different things. I see it so many times where they have a link in their bio and there's like 5 different places where they're directing people. It's just like, just have one place where you're going to convert people. As Charlie Morgan always says, proper goat, that guy. He says, what's he even saying is his course? He says, have one product, one offer, everything is just one, basically. Yeah. And I didn't really understand this at the time when I went for his course. And this was way back in the day, like way back in the day, like when it was Imperium, just Imperium. Yeah. I didn't really understand it. I was like, what do you mean? Like, one product this, one product that? I was thinking like, okay, cool. Until I read this book, and it was called The One Thing. I highly recommend anybody that's watching this video to go ahead and get that book. It will change your life. And it was literally talking about the same things that he was speaking of in his course. And then I understood it, and it just helps massively. So yeah, I hope this was full of value for you guys, because I don't think a lot of people even talk about this sort of stuff. Like, they just want to like sell you their own shit, basically. But this is all you need. I'm telling you guys, like, don't think that there's anything different from you and these guys. There's not. There's literally just, they just know what works and they just do it very, very well. Whereas if you're a beginner or you don't know what's working, you're probably going to try this, try that. And you don't really know whether you should give it more time for it to start kicking in. Always remember that systems, they need time to start developing results. It's all about inputs and outputs, and you need to understand this. So the more you input in terms of the organic content, the more videos you put out, the more VSL assets you have. The more videos you have, the more views you get. The more views you get, the more people see your offer. The more people see your offer, the more sales calls you have. The more sales calls you have, the more money you make. It's simple. So that's everything from me in this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm going to be making a lot more raw content like this. Like, I love just sharing value and just giving you guys the raw truth, really, to be honest with you. If you've got any questions, let me know. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. But yeah, man, that is pretty much everything that I wanted to sort of wrap up in this video. And hopefully this one, the audio is connected. See you in the next one.